Do you plan on hiring an attorney?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I only speak man to man.
Okay. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf.
If you enter a plea on my behalf, you will be held fully liable.
And you will have these cases. We will be then sending this case upstairs.
Who are you?
I am the court commissioner. I'm in charge of hearing this introductory hearing in the court.
Who are you? Could you just answer the question, sir?
So we don't have time for this. I have a courtroom full of people.
I'm not a servant.
Sovereign citizen origin can be traced to an American group in the 1970s who promoted anti-government conspiracy theories. But the movement has exploded recently. So is this movement just a handful of people with a misguided concept of freedom, or something we should be concerned about?
Good Fight Ministries says, hey, Vocab Orator, have you guys come across the Moorish Science Temple of America?
So I've done a few videos on them. There's people who know more about them than I do. So like my man Adam Coleman, D.A. Newman, for example, they know more. But I've done some stuff. I usually end up doing stuff on them a lot of times when it dovetails into the sovereign citizen stuff. And so Moors are separate than sovereign citizens, but a lot of times when Moors get into the news, it's usually because they're the Moors who are into the sovereign citizen stuff. And so they do strange things like walk in people's houses and say that they own them. Like say it's a house that hasn't been sold yet, or there's some kind of transition. They'll take up space in these places, or have fake driver's license, fake license plates, all kinds of bizarre activity. And then they'll say, well, I'm a citizen of Morocco, and so I don't adhere to the rules of this land. I never agreed to the contract.
You don't need a driver license to travel with your automobile.
Yes, we do.
You need a driver license if you make money for what you're doing, if it's for commerce.
I'm private, so I'm not under any public law. National license. You're just operating under your own. Law of morality, LORE.
And so you can't put your contract on me because I never agreed to this contract. So it's unlawful. It's an unlawful contract that you're trying to put on me.
The core of their belief is that anyone must first consent to laws in order to be governed by them, a sort of opt-in box for democratic rule. They often cite Magna Carta in their defense.
I just got to be clear real quick. Sovereign citizen is different than Moors, but a lot of the Moors these days are getting into the sovereign citizen elements. There's white supremacists in sovereign citizen stuff too, Hebrew Israelites who are sovereign citizens. That's more of a political stance, but the Moors are probably overrepresented in it. And since their movement hasn't skyrocketed like some of the other alternative urban spiritualities, like Hebrew Israelism, for example, they don't have the same growth factor. They usually are heard about when it has something to do with some sovereign citizen shenanigans. But yeah, they're around. There's some good apologetic materials on them, but not as much as other issues, be sure. Very limited, you know. I do have their version of the Quran. They have their own version of the Quran written by Noble Drew Ali. And it's not really a Quran, but it's a thing. You can get it online if you like.
So just for some people who are listening and they're like, sovereign citizen, what does that look like? What is that? Just a quick.
Oh yeah, it's a set of beliefs, says that the person's not bound by America's laws, basically.
The whole idea is the law doesn't apply, and then they come to court and argue that the law doesn't apply.
Just America, or is it just like any nation?
Sovereign citizens, they look just like you and me, only they're exempt from the laws of the land, aren't required to pay taxes, and don't have to obey the will of courts, either law or food. At least that's what they believe.
They're sort of like, are they like anarchists?
Close to it, but they have essentially a pseudo alternative faux legal system that's not really a system, but it's more of a legal theory that doesn't work anywhere but in their minds.
Former magistrate David Halpern has heard hundreds of arguments from people who believe they don't have to obey laws they don't like, and says none of them hold water.
Yeah, there's the people who come to court and try and argue it, and then there's the people behind the movement who are selling kits online and selling the story online that you can beat your charges by claiming a pseudo-law argument that you're a sovereign citizen, that you're a member of a corporate state, that if you change your name to a person, that magistrates have no power. And those people are the ones who are really promoting the argument.
And so they use alternate language and they write their own contracts and they act as if they don't understand any legal language that's used by them in the court.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I only speak man to man. You get my notice?
Your notice, sir?
I'm not a sir. I'm gonna have a seat.
Have a seat, please.
Because they'll say that if you agree to the language the court is using, then you're agreeing to the terms of the contract. And so they'll say, I don't understand what that means, but I am a man.
For I, man, Jordan Salmi, am in a state of man, now passing forward. I'm not a responsible.
Take him with.
I'm asking the Lord.
I know it sounds weird. They have all these like lingos they use, and they sometimes do turn violent. But that sovereign citizen stuff is not a spirituality; it's a legal theory. But some of these alternative spiritualities adopt it. You know?
Yeah, it's just sometimes I'll see videos pop up online, and then just because of my surroundings and folks that I'm connected with are predominantly conservative, folks will share videos out. And at times, like, I'll write back and be like, be very careful who you're sharing stuff out from, because you won't be in agreement with kind of whatever it is that they believe. So I'm assuming some of these videos, like, for example, online, where a cop pulls someone over and is asking for ID and stuff. It's like it's these sort of folks, right? It's these guys saying, like, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is.
Yes. And they'll say, I'm not, they'll say things like, what do they say? I'm not driving, I'm traveling. They have all this alternative, and to them it means something, but it really doesn't mean much. A lot of times there's confrontations with the police, and sometimes the police basically kind of give up on them. They're like, okay, whatever. Yeah. But sometimes they turn contentious, to say the least, you know.
Name, rank, and badge number, please.
I'm Officer Tim Edwards with the Norfolk Police Department. I need to see your...
Do you have a warrant?
No, I have you for speeding.
That's not a crime. You don't have a registration. You don't have a warrant to search my private person.
You don't have a valid license here, sir.
So you trying to force a contract on me, which I'm not obligated to perform under that contract. You trying to force a contract on me. Do you have a victim? Have I committed a crime?
I'm a citizen of this city, sir.
I'm not a citizen. I am a national, a sovereign. Not a sovereign citizen, none of that. I am a sovereign Hebrew Israelite American national. I am not a citizen. I'm of the Tennessee Republic, not the state of Tennessee, which is a corporation, and you are a private contractor for the state of Tennessee.
He said we were speeding, but
I have no obligation to perform under the contracts that you're trying to force on me right now. You're violating my constitutional rights, which you took an oath to uphold.
Yeah, we right here.
You violating your oath. Like, do you stand in honor today?
Yeah.
Do you stand in honor of your oath today? I'm asking you a question. You have a duty to answer that question.
Okay.
You took that oath, didn't you? Did you not, sir? You violating your oath right now. You in violation of Title 18, 242. Title 18 USC 241 and 242. Why don't you go look that up? Because you in violation right now. You violating your oath. I ain't committed no crime. I'm taking my kids to drop them off so I can take my wife out to eat. You are prohibiting me from traveling. You are detaining me unlawfully. I have not committed a crime. There is no victim. Where is the victim at? Who filed a complaint against me? No one. You have no probable cause whatsoever.
You got any paperwork on this car, sir?
Do you have a warrant? Am I obligated to show you anything right now? No, I am not. You are violating my rights.
Are you in the state of Tennessee?
No, I'm not in the state of Tennessee. The state of Tennessee is a municipal. I'm in the Tennessee Republic. The Tennessee Republic, not the state of Tennessee, is a municipal corporation. And I am not obligated to perform. I have no contracts with y'all whatsoever. You trying to force a contract on me. I am not driving, I am traveling. This street is for the people, and I am one of the people of the Tennessee Republic. And you have my private property right now, and I would like that back, please.
Yeah, sir. We're gonna hold on to you.
No, you're not holding on to that. Now you stealing my property? Are you stealing my property?
Yeah, I get some information about
That's
this
all the
vehicle.
information you getting. This is my private conveyance. This is not a vehicle.
How old are you, sir?
Sir, I don't answer questions without my lawyer present. I have not committed a crime. I ask the questions, I don't answer them. I'm not trying to be rude, mean, or none of that, but you're not about to violate my rights. With all due respect, you took an oath to uphold my rights, and you violate them right now. No crime has been committed whatsoever. You can't even produce a victim. Where's the victim at? Who did I hurt? The state of Tennessee? Bring the state of Tennessee out here. Where's the state of Tennessee at since I violate their statutory code ordinance? Code and ordinances.
157, 136, what's your claim? We're just west.
This officer right here violating my rights. He has no jurisdiction. He's operating out of his jurisdiction right now. And I will be seeking civil suit on this officer in the state of Tennessee for violating my rights. You will be getting sued, sir. I just want you to know that. You in the state of Tennessee, in Knoxville Police Department. A group of thugs, a group of ruds. Read my notice right there, sir. Read my notice.